Today we are going to cover how to create PostgreSQL RDS in AWS from console and connect using PGAdmin. Connect using PGAdmin and EC2 Instance. So these are the official link. They have the standard instruction how to create. We can follow the official documentation. If you go to the official site, here are all the instructions. Here they have given the step by step. Enter the RDS console, create PostgreSQL instance, download SQL client, connect to PostgreSQL database, delete DB. So here all we have the step. PostgreSQL is a mostly used RDBMS after MySQL. It has both the open source and enterprise version. And here one more link we have in AWS official site, how to connect PostgreSQL DB instance and connecting to a database on the PostgreSQL DB instance. First of all, we will be creating PostgreSQL RDS instance AWS using AWS console. Then we will try using Terraform. Here I have my AWS account. First, let's create key pair. Go to the AWS. I have login already. Then go to the EC2 dashboard. First, let's create key pair. Click on key pairs. Then click on create key pair. Let's give a name RDS. Then for this, we need PEM file. For to connect RDS instance PEM file that we are going to connect using EC2 SSH tunnel. So here I am selecting PEM. Then click on create new pair, key pair, and select the location and store. So here on my desktop, it is storing as a RDS.pem file. Now here AWS, here left side we have the services. Click on services, go to the database, then go to RDS. Then click on create database. Here AWS provides both options, standard create and easy create. We'll go for standard create. Here we will see customize option and easy create, like they have the default option. Click on standard create, and AWS RDS has various engine types, like all these are RDBMS. So already we have seen in the last session in database we have the different types of engine type. It's like RDBMS, NoSQL, GraphSQL, in-memory, caching, okay, so on. PostgreSQL is a RDBMS, Oracle is a RDBMS, Microsoft SQL is a RDBMS. So these are the different database providers of category RDBMS. So here we are going to select PostgreSQL. Here engine type, let's select PostgreSQL. Engine version 13.17-R1. There are different versions are available. You can select. I am selecting default version. So for this session, we are going to use only for like demo purpose. So here in templates, let's select free tier. Click on free tier. For free tier availability and durability, its option is disabled. But However, if you select on production here in the real-time scenario or production or they are testing, we have to, our database should be in multi-availability zone. Already you know what is difference between the region and availability zone. So for now, we are going to use only free tier. Let's click on free tier. There here, DB instance identifier, like anything, database name. Here we will give our database name as demo PostgreSQL RDS. Then password. Here we have to give password for our to access our RDS. Here I am giving password. You can give any password. So here is a password instruction. At least 8 printable ASCII characters can't contain any of the following: / single quote or double quote. Single quote, double quote, @ Password should not contain these 3 characters. So here I'm giving the password. Next, instance configuration. Here we are going to select only the basic one. In a free tier, AWS provides DB-T3 micro, which has 2 CPU, 1 GB RAM, and 2085 Mbps network. And another is T4G. Here we are going to select this one, T3 micro. Then next option, we have the storage type. AWS provide different types of storage types. So in free tier RDS, these are the storage type: general purpose, GP2, GP3, ION, magnetic. So there is a difference. What is difference between GP2, IO1, or magnetic? You can go through official AWS site. So here allocated storage. For now, we need only like 20 GB, or we can say 200 GB. For this one, and then next option we have the storage auto scaling. If you want to do auto scale, then you can do this. Here we will select default option, and this is a default value of maximum threshold. And in also one more, in storage we can assign minimum value from 20 GB to maximum 6144 GB. Same like in maximum storage threshold, we can assign the value 220 GB to 6144. Then how we want to connect RDS? Here are options like don't connect to an EC2 compute resource. Do you want to connect RDS with integrate with the EC2 instance, or do you want to connect EC2 compute resource? Here are 2 options. If we select here this option, it will ask for EC2 instance. For now, we are going to create separate instance to connect RDS. So here we are selecting this option: don't connect to any EC2 instance resource. Then we have the network type. What network type we want? Here are 2 options again: IPv4 and dual stack mode. In dual stack mode, RDS provides IPv4 and IPv6 both. For now, we only want IPv4. The next option is here we have to select a VPC. In which VPC you want to configure RDS. So here we are going to select default VPC. AWS provides default VPC for each region. Default VPC, then subnet group. Here also again we are selecting here default only. Then how we want to access DB, and how you want to keep your RDS, public or no. Here we are going to select no. because in the real-time scenario also, we should not expose our RDS to the public access. Instead of, we will create a one EC2 instance as SSS tunnel. Using that tunnel, we can connect our RDS. So here we will select option no. Next option is selecting security group, where we allow inbound and outbound rules with the port numbers. Here we are going to select only existing security group for above this VPC, default VPC, or create new security group. For now, we will select existing security group. Here already we have the default security group. Here we will select default one. Then I will label this one for now, no preference. Then here one more tab is there, additional configuration. PostgreSQL default port is 5432 and MySQL default port is 3306. So you should know this. Then how you want to connect database authentication. For now, we have already added a password authentication. There are a couple of options are there, like a password and IAM database. Here we will add IAM policy or Kerberos authentication. For now, we will select this as one, password authentication. Then monitoring. How you want to monitor this one? In cloud, we can monitor our RDS in CloudWatch. So here we will select only 7 days, which is covered in free tier. Then here KMS key management system they have. Here we will select default one. This is account KMS ID. Then here option additional configuration. For now we don't want. Then one more option is database option. Initial database name. Do you want to create any database? For now, no. There is already, when we create RDS, there is a couple of database being created. One more, like one more default database in PostgreSQL is the name is Postgres, and default user is Postgres, and default DB as to Postgres for PostgreSQL RDS. Next, here for now backup option is there. You can give any value, backup retention period, enable automated backup. Then here are another option, backup replication, encryption. Then log export, you want to export a log. Then maintenance, like their option. We can select any window for maintenance, or by for sometime if we click on delete RDS, it will directly delete. For this, we can enable deletion protection. If we select here, if we click on delete only, it will not delete until we uncheck this check mark. Okay. For now, after our demo, we are going to delete this one directly. That's why I have unchecked this one. Then this is a cost. This Amazon RDS free tier is available to you for 12 months. Each calendar month, the free tier will allow you to use Amazon RDS resources listed below for free. For this one, this category T2 micro, T3 micro, T4G micro, here is a monthly 750 hours, 2 GB free, then and 20 GB for storage and 20 GB for automated backup storage. So here we have already set parameters above, then click on create database. So why we are going through all these steps? Because if you are creating this RDS using Terraform, you have to put all your value in Terraform code, like engine type, engine version, template, availability setting, then instance configuration, storage, auto scaling, connectivity, subnet group, VPC, security group, password authentication, performance monitoring, backup, encryption, all these one. Then finally click on create database. Must be 16 characters or less. Master username. Okay, this is the username. We will select username Postgres only. And sorry, Postgres, and here DB identifier, we will keep this name. Then let's create RDS. Okay, it will take some time, few minutes to be ready. Now it's creating, and we can check status it's creating. And here DB identifier, this is our RDS name. And here we can see all the parameters, connectivity and security. Once this ready, we will get endpoint port number. This is VPC availability, then monitoring, log and event, all these are tab. So we have to wait for some time. Status here, status to be ready. Next point is how we can create connect to PostgreSQL RDS instance outside. So there are two options. One option is using pgadmin. So pgadmin is the official PostgreSQL client. Like for MySQL, we have the MySQL client. There are also a couple of clients are there. Here Postgres also we have the one client which has GUI. The name is pgadmin, which is help us to connect RDS, remote RDS instance or your local Postgres database using UI. If you go here official site, there are different versions are available. And for now, we have the option Windows download, Mac OS 4. Windows here we have to select as per your OS. If you select Windows, not showing here option. We can download for Windows. Okay, here we can download there. From here also you can download and install. On my system, I have already downloaded, and here it is showing. Here it is showing. It will show on browser. Second option is you can connect your PostgreSQL RDS on from EC2 instance. For that, first we will see this option how to connect PostgreSQL RDS using EC2 instance. So requirement is where our PostgreSQL VPC or security group same VPC we have to configure there. So first we will create EC2 instance. Let's open one more tab. Go to services, click on EC2, click on instance running, click on launch instance. Then here connect. EC2. Here, this is my name of my instance. Here we will select Ubuntu. Let's select Ubuntu 22, free tier, 64-bit, free tier, Hungarian instance type. Here we will select key pair. Here we will select, already we have created new key pair, name is RDS. Then let's select security default, VPC is default. Then let's select existing security group, default one. Then storage 8 GB. Then we don't need advanced option. When this done, click on launch instance. Here we have the option, but we will skip this option. Click on view all instances. Let's wait instance to be ready. Instance stage is pending. Let's check RDS instance. RDS instance status. Okay, status is backing up. Okay, now our EC2 instance is ready. Let's click on this instance. Then click on security group. If you not open any port, we have to open port. Like here already we have opened all port 900, and you can open 5432, which is PostgreSQL RDS. So already we have opened RDS, means all port, but this is not standard practice. But for this, now we are doing for practice only. So all port are here open. Click on details, click on instance summary. Here, go to the public IPv4 address. Copy this IP. Go to your desktop. Open Putty. Type your IP. In the SSH section, click on auth. Give your key pair. Okay, we have to convert this into the PEM file into PPK file. So click on region. Then click on load. Give your PEM file. PEM file is RDS. Then click on save private key. You want to save this without a passphrase, click on OK. Give name RDS. This step is converting PEM file to PPK file. Click on save. Done. Here we have PPK file. Click on Putty again. Type the IP. Click on auth. Give the PPK file location. Then click on open. Click on accept. Default username is Ubuntu. Let's include the font size. To connect PostgreSQL RDS instance, we have to install PostgreSQL client. Okay. To install PostgreSQL client, we can go to the official site. Here is the PostgreSQL site. If you go here, different options are available. We can install for various OS. If you select on Linux, click on Ubuntu. And here, these are the instructions to install PostgreSQL client using apt repository. So these are the instructions. Already I have copied here. So let's follow these steps. First step is to add apt repository, PostgreSQL official apt repository on your Ubuntu EC2. Next, add the PostgreSQL official GPG key. Next steps, update the packages. Next, install PostgreSQL on Ubuntu 22 EC2 Instance. It's installing. Okay, PostgreSQL is installed. Okay, now if you want to connect PostgreSQL instance using PSQL command, like MySQL, we have the MySQL prompt. For Postgres, we have the PSQL prompt. So here is the syntax, how we can connect remote PostgreSQL RDS using PSQL. So here is the syntax, PSQL -h. -h means host. Then we have to give the RDS instance endpoint URL. Then we have to give -p means port, by default port number is 5432. Then -d means database. By default database is PostgreSQL. Then -u means username. By default username is Postgres. Then -w means it will ask for password. So this is syntax. Let's go to the AWS RDS console. Let's check whether our RDS is ready or not. Here we can check status is available. So click on RDS. Go to endpoint and port. Here we can see endpoint URL. So this URL we can replace into our PSQL syntax. Then it is copied. The port number is default, database default. User is already we have given. So let's copy this. Here we can cross check PSQL is running or not. -l is running. Here how do we have the syntax. So let's copy this command. Let's paste on EC2 instance. Here it is asking for password. We have to type password. Password I have set here. You can set up anything as you wish. This password. Okay, now we have connected to AWS PostgreSQL RDS instance. Means this is a Postgres command prompt. To list database, command is list. Here we can see default PostgreSQL RDS databases. Now next part is the DBA will take care, our developer will take care. We have created PostgreSQL RDS in AWS and connected using EC2 instance.